Welcome from Mobile, Alabama. We're here at McConnell Automotive on Dauphin Street. I'm Mike Herndon with AL.com. This is Creg Stephenson, and this is Second Look. It's a video podcast that we'll be doing weekly on AL.com to talk about different topics within the SEC. It's week of the opener, so we're going to jump right in and talk a little bit about top storylines this season in the SEC. Craig, what do you see as the top storyline?
I got to start with defense, in particular the Auburn Tigers. They're one of 8 teams in the SEC with new coordinators. Will Muschamp, probably the biggest name among those. New attitude, new ferocity for that Auburn defense. They're looking to not only move into the middle of the pack defensively, hopefully toward the top. So I look for Auburn's defense to be much improved.
I'm going to go to the other side of the ball and look at all the new quarterbacks we've got in the conference. Georgia just named a new quarterback, Grayson Lambert from Virginia, who transferred in. We've still got Alabama, we've still got Florida, we've still got Vanderbilt, who have yet to name quarterbacks. LSU has a new quarterback, Brandon Harris. About half the conference, a little over half, had quarterback competitions coming into the fall. How those quarterbacks perform on the field may tell us a lot about who finishes in the top of the East and West. Craig, what are your predictions? Who do you think is going to win the East and West?
I've been kind of going back and forth on this with the East. Tennessee's my pick. I know Georgia's the conventional wisdom, but I think Tennessee, they're kind of going to be this year's Mississippi State. Obviously, Mississippi State didn't finish the job last year, but I think Tennessee, 2 great recruiting classes in a row. The quarterback, Joshua Dobbs, who I think will be this year's Dak Prescott. I really look for Tennessee to make some noise in the East, so that's who I'm going with in the East. In the West, no surprise, I think I'm going with Alabama. A lot of people are picking Auburn, but I really think, for a Nick Saban team to not win 10 games and be in contention for the West would be major news, and I really just think that they've got it rolling, and that's how it's going to finish.
Well, I'm torn in the East. Coming in, I picked Georgia. For them to name a quarterback who couldn't hold his job at Virginia really makes me second guess that prediction. I guess I've got to own it because I've already made that prediction, but watch out for Missouri. That'd be my dark horse. Nobody's talking about them. They're the two-time defending SEC East champs. They've got a returning quarterback. They've got a returning leading rusher in Russell Hansbrough, good offensive line. Don't be surprised if they come up and win that division again. In the West, I'm like you. I like Alabama. I think Auburn's probably more settled on offense. They've got the questions on defense and how that unit will come together. Obviously, Alabama's still got to name a quarterback, which will be the $64,000 question heading into the game this weekend, and that could determine a long way toward how they go. But everywhere else, it seems like at Alabama, possible exception of safety, where they've got some new starters there, but pretty much everywhere else, they look pretty set. Enjoy the games this weekend. We'll be back with another edition of Second Look next week.